Okay, back. And timer is on. The glow factor. I'm going to do my best to pass on ideas of how you can raise your glow factor as a tabernacle, as a mobile tabernacle, as you go through your day, as you wake up in the morning, as you go around your house, as you go to the bank, as you go to the gas station, as you go to a workplace, as you go to stores, grocery stores. I'm going to do my best to give you some ideas of what you can do if you want to raise your glow factor as you go around through your day. Where I'll say this, it's up to you if you want to be at a higher level of glow, supernatural glow, where in the spirit world, the glow factor will be really bright, even though in the natural realm, you won't be able to see that. And here's the thing, remember back a couple of videos ago, remember with the fragrance or the glow factor, see there's two things to be concerned about. The Spirit of God in us, when it flows out of us, there's an aroma, a fragrance. Paul says that the fragrance of Christ in us, and it will supernaturally flow out of us in the people around us. How they will respond, some, it will be like a fragrance of life to them. They'll be like, I like that. And for some, it will be like a smell of death. It'll be a stinky something. See, we're talking supernatural. Some in both camps. As we go through our day, that is going to happen beyond, regardless of how nice you are. See, what I'm talking about is, I'm talking supernatural. See, that's why a lot of what I want to do is pass off. I'm talking supernatural things, not practical, not sensual, not about feeling. These are supernatural things. And through my experience after brain surgery, these things I'm going to pass on, I got confirmed because I was doing them. And I bore fruit after brain surgery and things I went through for the next 3 years. But anyways, going back to those two things you got to really be concerned about. There's where, like when you train a new disciple, I really believe there's so many people. I remember me telling people, whether it be new disciples or even older disciples, many people don't understand the fragrance of Christ aspect of fragrance of life, smell of death. Because I hate to say it, many people function in their old self, sensual, walk by feelings perception, where it's all based upon how they feel, and it's receptive of how they perceive the people around them. And there's where that element of, when you have that mindset, which would be an old self mindset, it perceives naturally with that mind, with that perception, which would be, in the natural mind, we think if I'm nice to somebody, well then they'll respond in like. That would be a natural response. But that's natural, that's sensual. But what I'm talking about is, no, supernaturally, what Paul said in 2 Corinthians 2:14, supernatural, the fragrance of Christ in us. We can be nice and friendly, but then the person that we're relating to, It may be a stinky smell of death thing that's beyond the sensual, supernatural. Inside, they're going to be like going, even though we may be being nice to them, friendly, but see in there, because it's a smell of death factor, inside they're going to be going, I don't like this person. No, in them, they'll be responding in the smell of death aspect. Even though we may be friendly to them and nice, but see, there's where it's very important to tell another disciple, because I realize more and more, I'm out of breath. Many people, hate to say it, don't know about the fragrance of life aspect and the smell of death aspect of the fragrance of Christ. Okay, I'm gonna open your mind up to something. I'm gonna get you to think about something. As you go about your day, I mean, in your own world, I'm trying to think of how to say this. In your circle of influence, there we go, I got it. Try to perceive other followers of Jesus, whether you're reading in a book or seeing on YouTube or on videos or at church or a preacher, and perceive how many people ever bring up what I'm talking about. The fragrance of Christ will be flowing through us and cause someone to either respond with the fragrance of life or the smell of death. I'll tell you this. I've heard many sermons in my life as being a worship leader. I'm talking hundreds, probably a lot. I've heard zero sermons on what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to say that, what I'm talking about is like, I'm just sharing, this is something that's on my mind. And I believe it should be, someone should know about this. Very important. A young disciple or a mature or older disciple should know this. Because if you don't, I've talked with many older disciples, followers of Jesus, and because they don't understand what I'm talking about, they take it personal. When they go about their day, they're going around being friendly, being nice, being a servant. They can't figure out why some people respond negatively to their niceness, their friendliness. I've talked to many people, many. They don't get it. They'll say like, Jeff, I don't understand it. There's certain people, I'm being nice, I'm being friendly, and being kind. But then to them, it's a negative thing. Well, see, in my mind, ding, 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 the light on. Oh, Paul, 2 Corinthians 2:14. It's because of the fragrance of Christ. And see, there's where we ought not take it personal. When we understand that we're carrying around. See, that's why I'm going to be supernatural. You, as a disciple of Jesus, you're born of the Spirit. You are carrying around, whether you feel it or not. It's not by feeling, not by sensual. It's by faith. You walk by faith. You are carrying around the Holy Spirit, deity. And that inside of us is supernatural. There's where the people around us, it's going to flow out of us. It kind of seeps out like an aroma, like Paul said. Well, that's why I'm getting to is there's certain things that we can do in the morning and throughout the day. We can raise that glow factor, supernatural factor of the supernatural phosphorescence of the fragrance of Christ in us. You can raise that. Well, see, going back to, I've talked to many older Christians. They've been Christians for years, 30, 40 years. And I've heard so many people, they've kind of said, I'm going to paraphrase, Jeff, I don't get it. There are certain people in my life, I'm friendly, I'm kind, I'm nice to them, but there's a select group of people, my kindness is received in a negative way. Well, see, they can't grasp it. In my mind, I'm going, ding, 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 ding. Smell of death, fragrance of life. Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. I believe is so important because I got some thought. I got things I want to pass on to everybody in this video. If you want to raise your glow factor, you will walk around just being nice and friendly. Not only be nice and friendly, you're gonna be glowing in the dark. Do you want to glow in the dark for Jesus? You want a supernatural just glow? Where in the spirit world, you are just like a bright, gleaming light. You can raise that. There are certain things you could do in the morning and throughout the day. You can raise that. I'm just trying to pass off ideas, things. I'm convinced. Like what I'm telling you right now, I'm convinced. And it's a big part of, I believe, of my assignment, of why I'm here. Believe me. Not going to go there. But anyways, I'm going to pass on supernatural things things you can do that can raise your supernatural glow factor. Things that believe me, I have been awakened to and it's been confirmed in so many different ways. After my brain surgery, a lot of things happened in my life. All I can say is, I got awakened up to a lot of things. Let's say I'm just touching the surface. I'm scratching it right now. There's so many things that I would love to pass on. Of what the things I want to pass on, I'll say this: it will raise your glow factor, where you will be really stinky for Jesus. You're gonna be glowing in the dark. And but anyways, I'm gonna stop this video. And I want another video because there's more things that I want to pass on that will be helpful.